Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Word to my brethren all around the world watching this video. Hope you're having a great day today as you're tuning in. Do yourself a damn favor and smash that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. Also, make sure you hit that bell notification so you get all the alerts, all the videos, everything going here on here at True School Sports delivered directly to you. And hope you enjoy it. With that being said, interesting stuff. The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury, has been awarded two very prestigious awards by Ring Magazine. He has been awarded Comeback of the Year and Round of the Year for his fight with Deontay the Bronze Man Wilder in round 12, particularly round 12. That's the Round of the Year from them. So, first of all, let me just say this caps off to me, forget Comeback of the Year for Tyson Fury. This is probably one of the best comebacks in boxing. It has to be one of the top three best comebacks in all of boxing. Just to see what he's gone through this year, mental health problems. We can go on and on. I can sit here and I can regurgitate what we already know to be true. This guy has gone through it. He has been in some really, really dark places in his life, and he's been able to not just push on and give a good account of himself in the Wilder fight, but the overwhelming majority of boxing fans, fighters, experts think that he won this fight against Deontay Wilder, and many people believe he would do better in a rematch against Deontay Wilder. And now he's made this. He has proven himself to be the wild card in this heavyweight division, and this is a guy that we now have to consider a major player in the heavyweight division. He's capable on any night. When contracts are signed and the fights get made, he's capable of beating Deontay Wilder's of the world. He's capable of beating the Anthony Joshua's of the world. I think many people will pick him against Dillian White, and other top guys in the division. So this is a guy that definitely has the skills. He has the talent, the toughness, the charisma to not just be the best heavyweight in the world, but I would honestly say this. If he continues to have success and he goes on and he wins big fights, I believe this man with his charisma, with his character, has what it takes to be not just one of the best, not just the best heavyweight of his era, but one of the most memorable. For people, listen to what I'm saying. One of the most memorable heavyweight champions of our time, because there hasn't been many fighters in boxing history, let alone heavyweight fighters, who possess the kind of skills, toughness, and colorful personality that Tyson Fury has in and out the ring. I think he has a way of identifying with all people, whether they're boxing fans or not. He can identify to anybody, and I think that makes him such a relevant fighter. But to see where he's come from, I'm really just happy. Like 2019 is upon us. 2018 is about to come to a close, so I'll be having my videos. I'll be doing my own True School Sports Awards, probably live on YouTube here on the 31st. So stay tuned for that. But we came into this year in the heavyweight division. We have to look at how far we've come in boxing. Because when this year started in the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua wasn't even unified. He hadn't unified against Joseph Parker yet. Deontay Wilder hadn't had a real signature fight that we could say, wow, this guy beat a top-level heavyweight. And he did that, Luis Ortiz. So I think the heavyweight division has, from how it started in the beginning of the year to where it is now going into 2019, I think if you're a boxing fan and you really love the heavyweights, which I would say the heavyweight division is one of my favorite divisions in all of boxing, you really have to just get on your knees and thank God or whatever that this division is heating up the way it is, man. Because we've had, and this is just my opinion, okay, we've had two. I think in 2018 we saw two classic heavyweight fights. One with Ortiz and Wilder, and one with Fury and Wilder. We got two heavyweight classics in 2018 at the top level. I think we're going to be in for some more in 2019 and 2020, and there's going to be really good fights. I think Dillian White will be in some really important heavyweight matchups himself. They're saying he's going to fight Joshua. So Tyson Fury's comeback hasn't just been good for the story itself, but it's also been great for what it's done for boxing, what it's done for the heavyweight division, what it's done for, Anthony Joshua. Because let's call a spade, man. I love Anthony Joshua, but and it is worth noting. And if you don't believe me, for those of you who want to shoot and flap their gums and say that, oh, Brendan, you're just a Fury dick rider or fanboy, it's funny because when Fury wasn't even really in the picture like that earlier this year, and I made video after video after video after video after video. of the Wilder and Joshua negotiations, go look at who I was siding with. Go look at who I was siding with. I was siding mainly with Joshua, with Hearn, not because I liked them more or anything like that, but it was because I thought they were in the right. I thought Deontay Wilder didn't want to fight them, and I still think Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight them. I still think he's clearly, it's kind of harder. It's harder to call it a duck now because he has the Tyson Fury option available to him, and Tyson Fury is a very, very, very great, a really good fighter. But when you look at how he's talked about one face, 1A1 champion, and now he has a chance to do that April 13th in Wembley Stadium, it should be classified as a duck. So I do side with him on that. But then when I sit here and I criticize Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, y'all have the audacity to sit here and talk about how I'm this and how I'm that. When I challenge you, there's been no American channel. Go look at any one of the other American boxing YouTube channels who has defended Anthony Joshua as staunchly as I have, in the negotiations, because I thought he was in the right. So I'm just saying, man, it's forced Anthony Joshua, okay? Tyson Fury coming back to the heavyweight division has forced Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn to move with a little bit more urgency because, quite honestly, let's keep it real. Yes, they were in the right against Deontay Wilder. Yes, they had every right to say that he didn't want this fight and he was ducking, he was this and he was that. But let's make no mistakes about it. Anthony Joshua wasn't trying to, okay, this year he fought really good fighters. He fought Parker. Parker was undefeated champion. Fought him, beat him. Not an exciting fight, but he beat him. Then he fought Povetkin. So it wasn't like he fought bums. But I'm saying, there was no urgency to try to come to terms with Wilder. You see what I'm saying? They wanted things on their terms. But now that Wilder's had a classic fight with Fury, and he now has more options, now they're trying to there's a little more urgency from them to make this fight happen. Yeah, they had the date. Yeah, it was talked about before, but now there's really more urgency. He's come to America. He's gone to ESPN. He's gone to New York City. He's done all these things to try to call him out here in the States. Okay? But this wasn't happening earlier in this year when the negotiations are going on. So I'm just saying there has been a change. There has been a change with how they've approached things. And I'm just pointing it out. And if you get mad at me for calling it out, that's your fucking problem. It's not mine. So straight up, Gentleman Down Special Effects, that's what it is here on True School Sports. If you don't like it, click the dislike button. You guys know how to do that. But anyway, yeah, not to get too off topic, Tyson Fury, I'm happy for him to get these awards because he deserves them. I think it's been one of the best stories, one of the true feel-good stories in boxing this year, and it's really forced the heavyweight division. It's thickened the plot of the heavyweight division, and for that, I'm thankful to Tyson Fury. For that, I'm very happy about where boxing is heading in 2019, and I look forward to seeing the big fights that these guys get involved in. I'd love to see Fury versus Joshua, Wilder versus Joshua, Wilder versus Fury. Any one of those three guys, any one of the three fights, I'm happy about. I don't want to see them guys fight anybody else. Straight up, I want to make that clear. If you guys got my Dillian White, Anthony Joshua video a little bit misconstrued, let me make my point very clear. When it comes to Fury, when it comes to Wilder, when it comes to Joshua, I don't give a shit about them fighting anybody else but each other. That's who they need to be fighting. Okay? That's who I want to see them fight. And I don't think I'm wrong for that. I might sound a bit ignorant when I say things like, I don't give a damn if Dillian White is mandatory because he can just pay him step aside money. I don't give a damn who White's mandatory is. I don't care about none of that shit. Fight each other. All right? Fight each other. We had a whole year this year. Literally, we had a whole year where Fury, Joshua and Wilder sat there, negotiated the fight to the media. I want this. I want the flat fee. I want the percentage split. I want the flat fee. Yada, 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 yada. Man, fuck all that. Tyson Fury had to come back. It took Tyson Fury, straight up, it took Tyson Fury cleaning his life up, okay, having two tune-up fights against bums, or pretty much guys nobody paid much attention to or knew of. And then it took him cleaning his life up and then having the balls to say, I'm going to fight Deontay Wilder in his backyard. It took him calling out Deontay Wilder from what was perceived to be a vulnerable place for the heavyweight division moving forward. If he didn't do all that, we'd still be sitting here talking about Joshua and Wilder and splits and flat fees and purses and all this bullshit that 30 years from now, nobody's going to give a shit about. Because truthfully speaking, one of my good friends, somebody that I've gotten a chance to know really well in boxing is Riddick Bowe. Right? And Riddick Bowe had to fight Lennox Lewis. That never happened. Right? And I talked to Riddick Bowe, and he's a lot older now. He's a lot more mature. He's more wiser. He's had time to think about a lot of things. When I talk to him, you know what he tells me? Riddick Bowe told me about that fight? He says, you know what? The money really wasn't as important as I thought it was. I wish I would have just humbled myself and I wish we could have came to an agreement. We could have fought each other. Looking back now, all these years later, but when he was young, he couldn't see that back then because it was about the money, it was about the glory, and I'm this and I'm that. But we just want to see, as boxing fans, we just want to see these guys in big, important, meaningful fights that we know are important to the division. They're important to the health of boxing. They're important to the fans. And we don't want another Bo Lewis scenario because it's not good for the sport. It doesn't make boxing look good. And that's what, in 2019, if anything, like that's what I want to hopefully just get some clarity. I want the best to fight the best. And I know I'm starting to find the LDBC now, but I don't even give a damn, man, because we had a whole year of this shit. We don't need another year of this. Joshua needs to fight Fury or Wilder in 2019. I don't think Wilder wants to fight him right now. So that much I do agree with, but fight Fury. I think Fury would take the fight. Fury fought Wilder in America. In America, we have the most corrupt judges in all of boxing, and he was willing to risk all that, put us all on the line to challenge Deontay Wilder in his backyard. So I respect that man's character, and big shout out to him for one of these awards. Hopefully in 2019, we can see the meaningful fights we as boxing fans want to see, and we should want to see. I'm not trying to disrespect Dillian White, and if I came off as disrespectful in my video, I'm sorry about that. He's not a bad fighter, but it's no slight on him. It really isn't. I want to see Dillian White get his shot because he has earned his shot. He deserves those shots, but I just don't want to see it right now. I want to see the best fight the best, and you should want to see the best fight the best. And if Dillian White thinks he's the best, okay, is he the mandatory for Joshua? Go ahead, you fight Joshua, you do your thing. If you beat him, you beat him. But I still want to see him in there with someone like Lewis Ortiz or Joe Miller, just to see it's not even just for him; it's for those guys too. Because people say Lewis Ortiz ain't fought nobody except Wilder, and he lost to him. People say Joe Miller hasn't fought nobody. So if he fights those guys, it's going to solve a problem for himself and those guys as well. So I'm just saying, I want clarity. I'm a man of clarity. All right. That's why when I get on here, I communicate very clearly what I'm seeing, what I believe, and all that stuff. What is true and what isn't. So I've rambled enough. Congratulations, Tyson Fury, on winning the comeback of the year, one of the best comebacks in boxing history, and also rounded the year with Deontay Wilder. Big shout out to Deontay Wilder as well, because obviously he needed to play his role as the guy that knocked the hell out of Tyson Fury in that 12th round for them to win that award. So it's a round that no boxing fan will soon forget. You shouldn't forget it. I'll never forget it. And I'm pretty sure a year or two from now I'll still be talking about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single one of these videos. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.